And today's frequently asked question that we're answering from Seeing the Voice of God is, how do I know if it's a vision or just daydreaming? Good question. You know, whenever someone says to me, I had a vision, unless I know them very well, I'm skeptical. But why is that? I mean, I obviously believe in visions. I see scriptural evidence for visions. I wrote a whole chapter on visions and Seeing the Voice of God. So then why would I be skeptical? Maybe a better word would be cautious, because over the years I have noticed that with a little digging, when I ask a person what they mean by they've had a vision, many say, oh, I mean, I got a picture while I was thinking about something. People thinking about something and having a picture is not a vision. So we need to bring clarity to that today, because we don't need to be calling something from our own imagination a word from God. Now, one time, a person told me that they felt like they could control their visions. That sounds eerily like lucid dreaming to me. So we want to be careful and never be the author of something ourselves that we're saying is a word from God. Can you have a picture while praying for someone? Sure, I do it all the time. But it's something I initiate as a flow of thought, as I may be trying to think through a person's situation for them as a help. But when it's a vision, it happens to me, it interrupts everything. It's still an internal perception, but I don't daydream my way into it. I can be thinking about the person and praying for them, sure, but the vision comes as if the back of my eyes are a movie screen and the vision just starts playing. Sometimes my eyes are open too, but my point is that it's an internal seeing. Even if it just lasts a few seconds, if someone in the room asks me a question during it, I might even have to ask them to repeat themselves. It happens rarely, but whereas if it's a picture that I get as an analogy of something, you know, as I'm praying about something, my imagination's driving that, and I could turn it off if need be. And then there are full-fledged open visions where you may see something in the room while your eyes are wide open. Maybe it's seeing an angel, or God opens your eyes to seeing an evil spirit, which is operational in a person's life. Or maybe you see writing on a wall, like King Belshazzar in the book of Daniel. That has happened to me before. I tell a couple of my open vision stories in chapter 6 of Seeing the Voice of God. Visions, or vision, is mentioned more than 120 times in scriptures, with many categorizations. For our one tiny English word vision, there are 9 possible Hebrew words and 6 possible Greek or Aramaic words to compare it to. And while I would love to say that you could just research which, Greek or Hebrew word was used with a certain prophet's vision, and it tell you whether it was an open vision, night vision, or waking vision, it doesn't. In the book, I give those 15 word biblical definitions of vision, and show that they so closely mirror each other that they may as well be synonyms, really. But whether it's an internal picture or a vision or an external vision, God can use all of those. But just be sure to be honest about whether God gave the vision or if you're just having a nice, encouraging thought for someone. When my oldest daughter, Jessica, was pregnant with her 6th baby, she had 6 babies in 6 years. The first were twins. She already had an 18-month-old. And one day, her 3-year-old said, Mommy, he's your outside baby, but she's your inside baby. Well, I guess it's the same with visions, whether they're inside or outside, internal or external. They both need your attention, your nurturing, and your prayer. There are many, many, many other things to discuss about visions, and I go into all of them in chapter 6. What's the difference in a night vision or regular vision? How about a translation versus a visitation? Seeing angels or demons? Chapter 6 is a juicy chapter. All of that plus a list of visions in the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. But we don't need to be jealous of what the prophets of old experienced, because God promises us that in the latter days, these things are going to increase for us. Acts 2:16-18 says, And it shall come to pass in the last days, says God, that I will pour out of my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your younger men shall see visions. Your old men shall dream dreams. And on my men servants and my maid servants I will pour out my spirit in those days, and they shall prophesy. Folks, we are living this. We must get ready and steward this outpouring well. Thanks everybody. I'm Laura Harris Smith. I'll see you next time on Reader Q&A.